After sharing my previous video, I discovered an issue and I wanted to share how to fix it. Let's take a look at the site again. In the last video, after enabling the new Apache web server configuration, I said that the site looked identical. There was a reason for that. As it turns out, my browser had cached many of the JavaScript and CSS assets. Let me clear my browser cache. I'll reload the page. Ouch, that does not look right. The reason for this is that WordPress uses a common cache busting technique. The query string, or the parameters included after the question mark, are typically there to send additional information to the web server. In this case, they are used to help signal to the browser that it can continue using version 3.7.1 if that's what it has cached, or load that path again if that version is not in the cache. So why isn't this working on our site mirror? Let's take a look. Let's take a look in the WP includes JS jQuery directory. In the jQuery directory, we can see that the actual file names include the question mark and query string. Wget mirrored the site exactly. There are a few ways we could fix this. We could instruct the web server to treat the question mark as part of the file name. That is possible, but it seems like a bad idea, as that could break functionality for anything that shares the same web server configuration. A better way is to update the file names. There are a number of different ways to do this. Initially, I wrote a 5-line shell script to do this, but I thought there must be a one-liner that could do this for us. I found various unix.stackexchange.com pages with suggestions. One of the most concise versions uses a Perl-based rename command. I want to leave this on the screen for a moment before entering it on the command line and explain what some of the pieces do in case you're not familiar. -type F indicates that we're looking for regular files, not directories or symlinks. It's not really necessary here, but many examples online include this so that you don't accidentally rename something you didn't mean to. -name, single quote, asterisk, backslash question mark, asterisk, single quote, indicates we're looking for files with a question mark in the name, preceded or followed by 0 or more characters. -execdir will execute the command that follows, in this case, file-rename, on the files identified by find. -exec will also work here, but again, many examples online prefer -execdir, so you don't accidentally operate outside the scope you intend to. Single quote s slash backslash question mark dot plus sign dollar sign slash slash single quote is a regular expression indicating we should look for a question mark followed by one or more characters followed by the end of the line and replace any matches with an empty string. Single quote, open curly brace, closed curly brace, single quote will be substituted by the file paths identified by the find command. And the plus sign was a new one to me. It indicates that all of the output of the find command will be passed to the execdir command at once. Typically, I've seen an escape semicolon here instead, which would run the command specified by execdir once for each file found. Either will work in this case, but I like the plus sign. Let's give this a try. Find type name. We're going to look for question marks. And execdir file dash rename substitute question mark dot plus $sign / add our curly braces and plus sign. There we go. File rename is not found. That command is provided by a package that we need to install. Depending on which Linux distribution you're running, this could be provided by a different package name. Okay, let's try that again. That should do it. Let's take a look at the jQuery directory for an example. The file name looks more like we expect it to. Let's reload the page. It's working. Sorry I missed this problem in the initial video, and I hope this didn't trip anyone up. Even with this additional step, I think it's a relatively easy process and worth trying. Thanks for watching.